Thanks for staying with us. So the federal government has revealed that about 600 inmates have escaped from the Kuje Correctional Center after suspected Boko Haram terrorists attacked the facility on Tuesday evening. According to reports, over 300 of the inmates have been apprehended, and more are on the way. Although from the papers today, ISWAP has taken responsibility of this attack. Join us on the show right now via Zoom is the PRO of the Nigerian Correctional Service. That's Abubakar Danlami Umar. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so this is one of those mornings Nigerians...
Can you speak louder, please?
Okay, I said this is one of those mornings that Nigerians are scared to wake up, when you feel that you're waking up to hundreds of criminals that have escaped into the communities. Let's start from the beginning. How did this happen?
Well, on Tuesday at about 22 hours, a gunman suspected to be terrorist invaded our facilities in Kuje and engaged the security personnel in the gun shootouts. And there are over 100 that came. Our security men on ground, which include the military, our men, the armed squad personnel, the immigration, and civil defense, engaged them in a fierce gun battle. But because of their numbers, they shared themselves into three. While the security men were engaging the first people that invaded our facility, the other group came in with IED, which they used in pulling down the wall, and by so they gained entrance into our facility.
So, sir, we were told that, that's according to the papers, that, is it there?
Go ahead.
Okay. We're told that they operated for about 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours without any help from outside security agencies. Can you tell us how the sort of moves you made, or the security agencies made to get help from outside while that operation was going on? And how far or how close are other security agencies and posts around that prison?
Already, you may be aware, after some jail attacks last year, the Honorable Minister of Interior, who is supervising the supervisor to our organization, make moves to create synergy among the security agencies, which is our service, the immigration and civil defense, and extending it to the Nigerian police and the military. And that is why today you found the military and police virtually in all our facilities in the country. Kuje is not an exception. Before the invasion, we have the military who are stationed in the facility. We have the police equally stationed in the facility.
How many?
When the invasion, when they invaded our facility, we called for reinforcement. And I want to tell you that the enforcement came within 30 minutes and not within 2 hours as speculated.
So how many do we have? How many soldiers, police do we have? Because we're told that it's a maximum prison, but I'm hearing the reports that it's actually medium. So which is it? Is it maximum? Is it medium? And how many security personnel do you have on ground?
Well, our personnel run shift, including the military. And as at the time of the invasion, we have the required numbers on duty.
That's not a figure. That's not a number, sir. That's not a figure.
The attackers came in their hundreds. There are over 100 that attacked the facility.
All right, sir.
So they shared themselves into three, as I told you.
Okay, sir.
The first one came, there was attempt to go through the main entrance. but they couldn't penetrate the main entrance because of the fierce gun exchange between the attackers and our men on ground. So the other group now used the other side of the facility to use IED to bring down our fence, and that is why they are able to get entrance into the facility.
All right.
Okay, sir. So I understand that this is a prison that was holding people that are alleged terrorists that carried out a massive attack, kidnapped, some of them kidnapped, according to what we read in the papers, were involved in the train attack and all of that. And this facility holding them.
Can you just speak louder a little bit?
Oh, sir, what I'm saying is that the caliber of people you had in that facility should have warranted a higher level of security, number one. Number two, even the president said this is failure of intelligence on the part of our security agencies, because you cannot amass the level of ammunition they used to break down Kuje Prison. That number of people moved without anybody stopping them at any point in time, or was there like a convergence? Also, one of the negotiators that had been talking to the terrorists said that there's likely going to be an attack, an attempt to release these men. With all of this that is happening, knowing those that you are holding in prison, I would have expected, and every Nigerian would have expected, that a whole lot more would have been done to secure a prison in Abuja. That's FCT. This is fear and shock in the hearts of every Nigerian. Now, I don't want to seem like you. My core question would be that, in acknowledging for preventing a future occurrence, what do you think your team could have done better?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, can you come up with that question again? Can you come up with that question again?
I said, because if we don't acknowledge the problems and the gaps, if we don't find the gap in the issue we faced right now, and we don't fix it, it will reoccur. So there is a gap, obviously, that 100 men could come and attack a prison in Abuja, and the intelligence couldn't have informed you. Even after 30 minutes of response, they were still successful in breaking down the prison walls. What do you believe your team could have done? What are the resources if you had, would have prevented this from happening? What can the government give you now to prevent future occurrence?
The intelligence information, we receive intelligent information, but not on Kuje facility. The intelligence information we received is about maybe Bauchi, Kaduna, and other places. But already before the information came in, we had already fortified our facility through the synergy created with other security agencies. However, as I've said this morning to one of the platforms, intelligence information is vital to winning any war. And the people in the community are very vital in information they give to us. Because these people did not just come from the sky, and they are no ghosts. Which means they must have came into the town, and people must have noticed strange movements within the town. So timely information they give to us will help us to forestall such attack. Secondly, if you recall some years back in United States of America, precisely in New York, you are aware that the policemen are not allowed to go around during patrol with a rifle. Rather, they use pistol. But when exigencies came in, the narrative changed. They are now allowed to go with rifle while doing patrol in the city. So it's time we are going to evaluate our armory and make necessary adjustments so that we will be able to forestall such future occurrence.
Let me go on a break.
Thank you.
Let me go on a break. We'll come back to this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We still have the PRO of the Nigerian Correctional Service. YK, you had a question for him, please.
Sir, you said you didn't receive reports on the Kuje prison, but you received on Bauchi and another prison. Shouldn't that have been a message, because you are, as far as we know, you are holding 64, or you were holding 64 Boko Haram terrorists. Shouldn't you have secured your place? And then the watchtower at the prison, was that not in use? Do you have CCTV cameras as a prison? Do you have CCTV cameras?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Is he still there?
Hello, sir. Mr. Abubakar Danlami, are you there?
Maybe it's cut off.
Okay, so we'll try to, I don't know, I mean...
Get him back.
I think he's there, but there's a network issue, I'm told. You know, I mean, I don't even know what to say.
There are a lot of questions in my mind to ask.
Yes.
A lot of questions.
I mean...
Because it just seems like the people who are supposed to be in charge of things are not using common sense.
Okay, I think he might be back. Hello, sir, are you there? Hello, sir.
Can you
Okay, I think we should go on a break. We'll come back because there's really nothing to say without...
But we can just...
Okay, let me finish what I was trying to say. As it just seems to me like the people who are supposed to be in charge of things are not using common sense. You collate a bunch of terrorists and you do not spread them across prisons. You keep them in one place. It makes it easy for any prison break to release all of them. Because at least you see that in other crimes, when things like this happen, they scatter them. So that when across country, when people are sitting down to plot, we have to break this and break this, and it becomes difficult for them to pull forces together and come and release a whole bunch of terrorists in one place. That's one. They also mentioned in the papers that when they got there, they were calling out the names of the people they wanted to. In fact, they went to the section of the place they felt those people they wanted to, their commanders were, and they were calling out their names. For that sort of thing to happen, there's an inside activity that has aided these people to come in. And we don't want to ask the right questions.
Back. Hello, sir, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, YK had a question for you. I'm not sure if you heard YK's question.
No, please.
Go ahead, YK.
Yeah, I asked if, because you said you had gotten intelligence on the Bauchi prison and another prison. And I'm wondering why, if you got information about Bauchi prison, why your own prison was not now secure. That's one. Two, I thought you had a watchtower in the prison. And three, do you not have CCTV cameras?
You see, one thing that I must tell you is that we are always very proactive in our operations. And the issue of intelligence report, as I said earlier, is issue of community trust between the community and the place where our facilities are located. And we cannot do it alone. It is only to...
It's gone again.
Maybe we should call him on the phone. Maybe that'll be better. Hello, sir.
See how true that is, and we'll investigate it, and we'll make sure that our facilities are secured. But as I said earlier, the issue of Kuje attack, which took place on Tuesday, was one.
I think we have to call him on the phone because we really need to have this conversation. We'll have to disconnect the Zoom and try to have him on the phone. So hopefully we can speak to him better because there's a whole lot of questions Nigerians would like to ask him.
Yeah. And you know, Abiajulu, to buttress what you have said, you know, if they are even in the same prison, they will be in different sections so that obviously they were in the same section. So when they bomb the section,
it might not be because one thing I can allude to.
Those people have been communicating.
Yes, that I feel like there's communication. I feel there was internal compromise.
Yes,
and I know sadly it is the likelihood of the correctional facility team to just discard it is very, very high. They will deny it. and I know it might look nice to deny it in the media, but you must look within. It will be important for the Nigerian Correctional Service, that manage the prisons, should look within and find the mole, because it is impossible for this magnitude of attack to happen. And the consistency of jailbreaks happening or trying to happen across the country, almost every state, Bauchi, Kano, Edo states, even they tried in Lagos, Imo State, this happens almost everywhere.
Let me go on a break, Tokwe. I really need to bring back our guests. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We still have the PRO of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Mr. Abubakar Danlami Umar, with us on the show. You see the question before the break.
Okay, sir. I would like to ask what has happened. So in as much as we try to unravel and ask questions surrounding how it could have been avoided, I think it will also be wise that we ask questions that will lead us to preventive measures so that this sort of thing doesn't happen. So what sort of investigation is the prison carrying out right now? Because from every analysis and the look of things, it seems like there was a sabotage from within. It seems like there was an information from within that some probably officials have aided what has happened. What sort of investigations and how real are these investigations going to be so that we find those loopholes and those moles that enable this to happen? Or are we not looking in that direction?
We are going to investigate what happened actually, and investigation has already started. But I want to tell you that we have a mechanism where if any staff is found culpable, appropriate disciplinary measure will be taken against such staff. But for now, it will be too early to rule out or to say if there is internal sabotage. But obviously, there will be thorough investigation on the incident that led to jail attack in our facility. Because in the past, those who are found culpable in either through one illegal transaction with any of our inmates in the custody are always disciplined. We discipline them for such illegal acts, and this will not be an exception if any staff is found culpable on what happened
Mr. PRO,
on Tuesday.
PRO, if we're going to be talking about culpability, Nigerians would argue that the first people to be culpable right now is... Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said, talking about culpability, Nigerians would expect that the first set of people that are culpable today are the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, and people expect his resignation before the end of today, including you and other members of the entire correctional team, because in normal climes, we shouldn't be speaking this grammar. We expect that everybody within the Correctional Service should have resigned by this morning.
Yeah.
None of you should be in office. That's the truth. But we live in Nigeria. It's a Nigerian factor.
Goes.
You are still speaking English to us. So, sir, what we want to know is who is going to take immediate responsibility for what just happened. Because these are criminals that have been put in a medium correctional facility. This should be in maximum prison. I'm told that it's a medium. Why should terrorists be in a medium correctional facility? So who is going to take responsibility this morning, sir?
Well, I can't tell you very loud, but if I can understand you, one, since the incident happened, we have been in Kuje, including the Controller General of Corrections. During his inaugural speech when he came aboard, he made welfare inmates as an apex of his agenda. And I must tell you this, that within the short period he came in, about 2 months ago, he gave what we call starter pack to ex-inmates who have exhibit exemplary character while in custody. I think we give about 134 inmates, some of them who learn skills acquisition in our facilities, such as tailoring machines. We gave some who learn saloon. We gave those who learn welding. We gave them tools that they will use to rehabilitate them. Furthermore, I'm sure you are aware that our part of our educational therapy is to encourage inmates to enroll in while in custody, they should enroll in their educational development, so that when they go out, at least they will be useful to themselves and to the society. I must tell you this, that today we have over 1,000 inmates who have so far graduated from National Open University, and we have about 4 who are running their doctorate degree. And I must tell you this, that about 3 days ago, on 6th precisely of this month, we have about 71 inmates who were matriculated in the National Open University, precisely in Enugu Custodial Center. So what I'm trying to say is that while we are trying to keep them in our custody, then we adopted various therapy that will make them a better citizen. But then, that is not to say that some of them might not be the way we want them to be, but our responsibility is to see that all inmates in our custody are reformed so that they will be better when they come back. And furthermore, as I said earlier, there is need for intelligent information from the community, and not only the community, from every Nigerian, because we cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone unless there is that trust that all information given to us will be kept as that, because we are not ready and will not put any intelligent information given to us by naming somebody who gave us that information.
Excuse me.
I can tell you.
Excuse me, sir. You keep blaming the community. They have given you intelligence reports.
The community.
They are giving you intelligence reports.
Collaborative effort together, we can work together to make sure that our facility, not only our facility, even security challenge being faced in Nigeria can be nipped in the bud if there is collaborative effort, not only the community, but even among security agencies.
Excuse me, sir, please. You keep saying the community. They have given you intelligence report that Bauchi was going to be attacked. They are giving intelligence that another prison was going to be attacked. Why was Kuje, that was holding terrorists, not fortified?
No. It will be under all our facilities are fortified. All our facilities. But what I want to tell you is that what they adopted is the principle of surprise. Principle of surprise. They came in with IEDs to our facilities, and when they came in, the armed men on ground engaged them in fierce battle. They divided themselves into 3. There was attempt to gain entrance through the main gate of the facility, but they could not because of the gate and because of the battle with the armed men on ground. The third group now used the wall. They placed IED by the wall and brought out the wall. That is how they are able to get access to the facility.
Okay, Tokwe.
So, sir, I wanted to ask you about the number of fatalities that...
Can you speak a little?
How many people died in this attack? How many terrorists do you...
And the side of?
The side of?
On the side of the terrorists and on the side of the correctional officers, because I always feel that when we have conversations, we're used to hearing people dying, that we don't properly pay respect to fallen heroes, because if any correctional staff of if any personnel lost his or his life in this situation, it should be properly acknowledged. His family should be properly compensated, and it should be made into the hero that he is, because he died trying to save Nigerians from having to deal with more inmates outside. So please, can you tell us, on the side of the personnel, how many fatalities did we have? And on the side of the terrorists that came to attack, how many fatalities?
Well, on the side of the security personnel on duty, we lost 1 civil defense officer. And, hello?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. You said we lost 1 civil defense officer.
On the side of the security personnel on ground, we lost 1 civil defense officer, while some of our men sustained gunshot wounds. They are currently being treated in one of the hospitals. Then, on the side of the terrorists, 3 were gunned down, and some escaped with gunshot wounds. And we have made a partial appeal to hospitals and clinics. If there is anybody who come to the hospital or clinic for gunshot wound, to please report such person to the nearest police station, or they can get across to us.
That goes out to
Thank you very much. I think we'll let you go because I'd like to open our phone lines to hear Nigerians and what they have to say. It is a sad day in Nigeria to know that terrorists who are the boys out there, they're putting their lives on the line, on the line every day to protect Nigerians. These are our soldiers. And then sometimes they make arrests. They bring them into prisons. They follow the rule of this long rule of law that can take you 5 years.
Yeah.
Go to the courts.
Prisoners have been there. Those terrorists have been there for 12 years.
Yes. You now take them there. You now put them in Kuje, and now Kuje they now break into Kuje. So it can be an anticlimax for many people who are fighting for Nigeria. And they think, what's the point?
See, my worry is the level of crime, the way the crime would increase
this period.
within this period.
Let us release our guests. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us this morning. We appreciate.
Thank you so much. And our heart goes out to the NS Civil Defense Officer that lost his life.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll now open our phone lines to our callers or viewers to hear your thoughts on this, because you can call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. We hear your thoughts after this break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
There you have it. 600 inmates have been freed, escaped at the Kuje Prison. We'd like to hear Nigerians' views on it. You can call us on the numbers on your screen. 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. And Topper was talking about Hollywood movies. You know, like you watch these movies.
International news. Even international news. Every time someone dies, maybe trying to save someone, or someone dies in the line of duty, the person is made a hero. And there's something it does. It's subliminal. It makes others that are in that job understand the power of their job.
The Nigerians or the Americans themselves feel patriotic. Like, I would be celebrated if I died for my country.
If it happens. So, but the others doing the same job will feel like, even if I lose my life, this can happen to me. My children will not be abandoned. Because right now, there should be, in my mind, I'm thinking, if a man died in the course of duty, that single civil defense officer, we should know his name. There should be a GoFundMe. Did the PRO know his name? He's a human being. This is someone who came to work, and in the line of his job, in defending his country is dead. So that person should be honored. His family shouldn't be abandoned. There should be a GoFundMe for him. He should be celebrated, because we lose so many people on the wrong side of the law that if anybody dies on the right side, that person should be celebrated for what it is. Yes, we shouldn't.
And aside from that, going back to Hollywood movies, and I like to come in here. A prison like this is one of our biggest Kuje prisons.
There should be like concrete work, concrete.
But our PRO's defense was like they came with IEDs. Shouldn't we also have proper bombs? Shouldn't we have explosives? We don't have.
How can you be telling me they were engaging them on one side and then they went to meet us on the other side?
Principle of surprise.
He actually said it. Surprise. Are you supposed to be surprised? Are you not a security guard?
Okay,
you are supposed to be waiting for the surprise. Surprise is, wait, that watchtower. They have that watchtower. They are supposed to have seen them.
Somebody was sleeping.
Coming. Where were they? Your president asked them before he went to Dakar that where is the
intelligence?
CS and
our CCTVs.
Common businesses have CCTV. Our own Kuje Prison
does not have
CCTV. I never took lights.
You read the report.
Please, see, you know those people that they used to call special forces that wear uniform up and down? Is it not the time they're supposed to be showing strength? Is this not the time they're supposed to come in? You get this sort of information and you're making moves. Back to your American movies. You are making moves. You are positioning people. You are to forestall it from even happening. You are making. You are positioning. You are hiding. No. You have insiders who are getting information, trying to fish out the moles, because there are definitely moles in that place. The only thing that we have succeeded in doing is demoralizing these people who are serving us. Demoralizing these people because there is no hope for tomorrow. And so once you hear any pakam, you quickly go and hide. If I was working there, I will hide under the locker.
Did you
because I
read
don't want to
Vanguard?
die for the country. They will not even shoot gun for me to celebrate me
Did
if
you
I
read
die.
Vanguard, the story in Vanguard?
I did.
These were the residents in the area who were hearing, go, go, go. The first one said that they normally hear when they are breaking rocks. He said, when this one, 3 times. He said, 3 times, oh, they shot those big rockets. 3 times. No military head. They were there for 2 hours.
Nothing happened.
You said,
but,
you
these
wait.
people said
No.
30 minutes.
You say you engaged them after 30 minutes. Excuse me, are you saying that terrorists are more powerful
More
than
organized?
you?
More organized.
And more
Let me
powerful
take
than
this
you?
call from-
Nigerian?
Mikey, let me take this call from Abuja. I think it's
Ami?
Tunde or Larry. I'm not sure which it is. Good morning. Are you there? Hello, call from Abuja. Good morning. You're live. I'm sorry. Yes.
We lost that.
The woman said she hid her children. She took her, they ran out. Once they started hearing, when they looked outside, they saw. And you're talking about community who is unarmed. What do you want them to do? To go and hold the terrorists or what?
Community that is scared. So, yeah, what happened? Terrible. People that they have lost their lives, terrible. But the worst thing is that the aftermath. What have we seen? In a proper society with proper intelligence, we should by now be already gathering some people back into prison.
Yeah.
By now.
No, they already
You should have-
they've captured 300 already.
They did that. Those ones were cut by themselves. Some of them, their time is almost out. So why are they going to go and...
How do you know that, YK? They said 300.
They said it. I read it. You didn't read. I read the story. Some of them, they are going to vacate in 2 months' time. Is it
Because-
those people that you
says vacate.
and then they, I mean, make them walk back inside the prison, make them
So
wait
that
for
they
their 2
can go
months
for
to be
2
out.
months, I'm telling you.
What
That's
about the aftermath?
The
Our
aftermath,
president has gone to Senegal.
We have the level of, the U.S. had to do a disclaimer telling their own citizens that they should protect themselves, don't hang out at night, don't live a flashy lifestyle. What should the Nigerians do? What would the investor do? I'm on this show, I'm seeking investors, I'm doing my business, and every time I read the news, I'm like wondering, hey, my investors are reading this news. They will feel like Nigeria is at war. No. But because that's how it looks. It looks really, really bad, and it does. What's the you cannot your petrol is not bringing you, crude oil isn't bringing you enough money anymore because you are paying all your revenue as subsidy. How would you get investors to come into a country that the prison is getting attacked and prisoners are being released?
Back.
How would investors come into the country?
But they have told you, but you say it's because it's Bauchi.
They did not mention your
Let me take this call from Habib in Abuja.
Good morning, Mariah.
Good morning, Habib.
Okay, please. I heard the PRO of the Nigeria Correctional Service speaking, and it's so disappointing that such authorities can come from a PRO of the Nigeria Correctional Services. Firstly, I wouldn't know if you are familiar with that environment. When you are talking about the location of Kuje Prison, if you are coming from Guavalada houses, before you get to that place, there is an army military checkpoint there. If you are coming from inside town, from Lubin, there is a Mopo at the entrance, Mopo Barrack at the entrance. Yeah. Immediately after the Mopo entrance, there is also an army checkpoint. Yeah. When you leave that particular place, I'm just trying to give you the analysis of that thing so you can get to understand that this thing must be a conspiracy.
Of course.
The reason being that if you're talking about Kuje, in that particular location, is an area that is not isolated, that you cannot claim that, okay, no, you can't experience or notice unusual movement around that place. So as a correctional service, I believe there must be some security apparatus in that facility that will give you an insight that something unusual is happening in that environment. So when such is happening, we have the naval base, what's called naval base quarters inside Kuje. So all these security apparatus can now come to the rescue, and they operated within the period of almost 3 hours, and nobody was able to challenge them. And we are saying we are in a country that is secured. If this is happening in Abuja, honestly, I won't be surprised if Aso Rock is attacked.
Absolutely. I mean, you see,
The
so
president's
we
convoy was
expect.
attacked
So,
on the
yeah, but you see, they will tell you that even in Aso Rock that they are having shifts. So if you have, you read that they had 100 and something soldiers supposed to be, because they're running shifts. So our president is also not safe. My own greatest anger, because somebody told me this morning that anger is not a strategy.
It's not.
Neither is
hope. Neither is prayer.
Anger is not a strategy, neither is prayer. But my anger this morning is our president went to Senegal without sacking the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service. I mean, there should be punitive measures seen from the body language of the first man in this country. Because you cannot just say, oh, I came there. Yes, your presence was good, you came there. But take further responsibility. And first of all of them must know, because they're complicit in this whole matter. You can't tell me that there are various levels before you get to the Kuje prison and nobody knew that they were coming.
Morayo, I am just annoyed also that they had heard that they are going to attack prisons. And you say
they were waiting. Why did that man answer that question? No.
They were waiting for a letter to be sent.
He said
with their name boldly written on it.
He said
let me tell you what I heard. He said that they got intel that they were going to attack Bauchi and other places. However, theirs is also already fortified. So there was no any need for extra.
No, but what's the level of fortification?
Is that not fortified?
Yes, if you're
what is fortified about that?
So if you're fortified and you get attacked, it means that you were not fortified
enough.
Yeah.
So that was why I asked the question, and he did not answer.
You were not fortified.
And you see, the
at all.
sad part is that our leaders, when you give feedback, they take it as criticism.
Yes.
They attack you, and lesson isn't learned. So
we attack. It was very civil.
But I really like
it. Was very civil. And we must
some people would have shouted on us.
We take it over and over again. And the prisons are like, this is a way to keep insanity out of the society. It's a way to ensure that those that their level of insanity is really, really high are locked up permanently, and those that their level is minimum are rehabilitated and brought back into the society. So this is a medium facility prison, but it was holding enough criminals that warranted 100 terrorists to come with
over 100
terrorists to come with IEDs to bomb that place. Those people that you were holding were really important to the terrorists.
So then that's
and in that case, they should have been kept like that.
I mean,
then they now started calling their name out like roll call, like you and your assembly.
Yes.
Hello, Morayo, Afolabi Brown,
please come out. We're here for you.
We walk out. Yes, I'm roll call. They were calling roll call inside prison.
What is even most annoying is that, okay, so they've now entered the prison. Maybe it's Hollywood movie that we watch too much. You will think that now that they've entered, because of surveillance, we have satellites, for heaven's sake. The man
can even block them in.
Blow the whole damn prison.
We don't have the
we don't have IED. We don't have it.
We don't have it. It's not enough.
It's the terrorists that have it.
Yes,
not
they
enough.
do.
There is
so while they're doing that roll call, if it was an American movie, they would have all the SWAT team
helicopter would have come.
Helicopter would
be
have
shooting from
and
the
and
air.
they'll be blowing
special forces, combat officers would have been working.
Helicopter will go and drop president in
let me take this
somewhere in Lagos so that he will not be inside traffic.
So let's take a few messages on
social media. They are not smiling here.
Honestly, for me, it's the businesses that we're going to lose.
Somebody
revenue
says,
we're going to lose.
One at a time,
okay, Oluwaseun says, one word to take from today's show is principle of surprise. Mount Rushmore says, why are the Boko Haram members even being kept for that long? Should they not have been executed long time ago? August almost says, the Minister of Interior deserves to lose his job immediately.
Absolutely. That's the principle of surprise we like our president to effect. From where he's in Senegal, he should call them, say, no, uncle, go home. Thank you, and let me give me somebody else that can do the job.
September Production says, before they attack the prison, they would have surveyed the place. Doesn't the prison have CCTV to see that they surveyed the place,
That's another angle. Why did you hear that? So while these clowns were surveilling, they're going around checking, somebody should have picked up that surveillance. At least a day, 2 days, 3 weeks before.
They only told them that it's Bauchi.
That's the thing we are saying. Let me take Texas. They call from Texas.
No, Morayo, sorry, the person on the phone. If they say if they hear that they want to attack you, will I not protect myself? Because me and Morayo, we work in close proximity. Will we actually not protect ourselves? You will not hear that they want to, and you that you have 64 Boko Haram terrorists. Sorry, answer the person on the phone, Jerry. Let me know.
Good morning. Thanks for calling from Texas. Good morning. Are you there?
From Texas, no.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Good. Thanks, Sam.
All right, thank you. This is Sam from Texas. Anti-Talk, very nice to be on your show this morning. All right, a quick one. I just want to say that this whole thing is a systemic and leadership failure. You will notice that up till now, nobody has resigned. Nobody has been sacked. By now, in every serious nation of the world, heads will have rolled. Even by now, the head of the prison should have resigned.
Simple, yeah.
But none of that is happening. You will notice that there's a high sabotage in Nigeria's security. So what I just want to say is that the electorate should open their eyes wide and know what to do in 2023. They should stop voting all this, incompetent leaders. Nigeria is experiencing high level of leadership failure. So henceforth, people should know who to vote into power.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. I appreciate it. So shouldn't this be grounds for impeachment also? I mean, we'll talk about National Assembly. This is the time the National Assembly come, okay, because these are enough grounds. These are terrorists.
They are lobbying.
Some have been convicted. We've lost 600 of them from Kuje Prison. If I was a lawmaker, 64. Say 64.
I read 64. No, 600 prisoners.
Okay. Okay.
So if
I was a lawmaker today, this morning also, if I'm sitting, I will begin to put a bullet motion. It's time for us. Are they on holiday?
No, they are lobbying for elections. 2023 is around the
corner.
Put
them on motion for impeachment.
Let me take a few tweets. I think that is a very valid point.
It's very important.
Okay, take that one now. Take this one.
Immaculate Boy says, Murayo, how do you sack the controller? If he got the intel and informed the police and military, have equipment and structural support, including finance, availed him, you sack who you have given all necessary support. Now, if you have given the prisons everything they needed, and after giving them all they need, they failed, then you can sack. Yeah. But when the prison has told you, we need boss, you did not give them. We need gun, you did not give them. We need approval of this thing that we put in our budget last year. You did not give us that, you did not give us this year. And you say, we'll add it to the next year budget. When things happen, they'll tell you, see why I told you. CCTV camera has broken down.
Yes, but you see, I read in the papers today that they are putting your uncle, this is your uncle from UK, that's your uncle, the Prime Minister, YK's uncle. No, we are Nigerians. They are putting your Prime Minister under pressure to resign. Why? Because he insisted that this pincher guy who was accused of molesting or sexually harassing somebody, he kept him in the system. Now, 35 of other people within the cabinet and within the ministerial positions resigned. Just because they had integrity.
You want to protect their name.
Protecting the name is more important. So if you don't give me all the equipment I want, if you don't, and the fact that this happened under my watch, out of integrity, because of who I am, I will step aside. That you know what, I can't do this job anymore. Because I have respect for myself and for the people I'm supposed to protect.
So should we talk to Mr. Egbeshola?
Can I say an American or a Nigerian? We don't have a culture of stepping aside.
Excuse me.
We don't have a culture of resigning.
Mr. Rauf for Egbeshola.
Was he not the one that was fighting Tinubu that time over election matter?
What does that have to do with this one?
This is his primary constituency. This is his job.
Excuse me. He didn't face that one. He was facing... He wants his own person to be governor of whichever state we wanted this person to be governor. I beg, don't talk about that one.
Take your tweets.
Please, let me retweet, Jerry. Calvin Olugbami says, morning, ladies. I'm a resident of Kuje. I want to ask him these questions. Why is there no reinforcement for 2 hours when we have Army, Air Force, Navy around? 2, why was there no aerial presence until 6 a.m. the next morning? Then, Cool D Funky Flex says, you want him to speak the truth so he can lose his job, Abi?
Why can I pause you? I have a call from Zaria. Good morning.
Important one.
Okay, hello. Oh, I'm so sorry, Daku. I do apologize.
Williams Olajumoke. By now, I expected the faces and the names of the escaped terrorists be out there on every TV station and social media. A terrorist with a gunshot wound won't go to our hospitals when they have proper medical services themselves. So
there was one of the questions that you said.
Everybody, they would have been...
YK, they said that there should have been aerial support. You know, for them to get aerial support, you might call the helicopter people that have the helicopter now. They will say that they did not have aviation fuel. They couldn't fuel the aviation. They couldn't fuel the helicopter at the time of the night. They did not have approval. They were calling the Oga. The Oga was sleeping. Or he did not, and they cannot work without approval. So we have all these little things, which are the things that we should create. We will have a recommendation that these are the things that happened on the night of so and so. And these are the things that could have been done to prevent this kind of thing from happening. And so we now create laws to ensure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. So because what happened in Owo, where a police station did not have vehicle or ammunition, we still have police stations in Nigeria right now that don't have it. So that means we're not learning from our mistakes. We're not correcting it and preventing future.
You know, I heard one gist.
Okay, don't lose this call. Frederick from Port Harcourt, I'll come to you. Frederick, are you there from Port Harcourt? You're live.
Yes, and Timo, good morning.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, so I wonder why the prison controller is telling us this morning that for over 2 hours while they were preaching, they could not call for reinforcement. I don't even understand how in this country we'll be acting
Let's use
the way we are doing.
Yeah.
Because it does not make sense. It does not. This is a prison for crying out loud. Why would we even keep terrorists in a medium prison instead of a maximum prison?
Question.
I don't even understand why these are terrorists. They pose national threats. Why would you keep them in a medium prison that you know the facilities you don't have?
I'm here.
You don't have.
Thank you. Thank you, Freddie. You're very correct. Yes, Bisite.
Yes, so we have August who says sometimes prison officers are not paid promptly. I don't know if they are earning good salaries for the risk of the job. Wenga Laniron says, how does government correct criminals by keeping 64 criminals together in a correctional center? What sort of correction is government giving for 12 years? I was thinking initially that we were saying, okay, we didn't want to prescribe because we may be hurting international, we may not be following international standards, freedom of human rights and all of that. We finally were able to prescribe. And now these people were caught and arrested. Why are they waiting for that long? Shouldn't something have been done? Why were we going, getting... So Nigeria is not working right now because we are not ready for Nigeria to work.
Exactly.
Everybody knows what needs to be done, but nobody is doing it. So let us tell ourselves the truth. We are sabotaging ourselves because some people are benefiting, some people feel the country belongs to them, and they are trying to keep us where we are. Till we are ready.
Yes, I mean,
nothing will happen.
Long time ago. That's the word that we don't want to use.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, killed. 12 years is too long to leave a terrorist in
What are you correcting?
Excuse me. You know, if this was in America, you know, your Hollywood movie, you know, by now the president would be at the table.
Yeah.
Everybody would say, hey,
They'll be at that strategy.
Our own is in Senegal.
You go there.
Our guy has gone to
Nigeria,
Senegal.
everybody will just do like
So,
this.
It will pass.
Let's
It will pass. No big deal.
This is
We
another.
too,
How they call?
we shout. 3 days, we will shut up.
Yeah, we'll move on to another crisis.
How they call?
Another one will show.
Good morning. Are you there? Ashu.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, you are doing a great job on that.
Thank you, sir.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you, sir.
You see, the problem we are having in this country is not just these people alone. You understand? This Controller General of 18, I don't think he has human conscience at all. All of them based on money or whatsoever. They think that this power given to them is just for fun. This cannot happen in any other country, if you can hear me very well.
Yeah, we can.
You can remember the other last time when Boko Haram attacked Kuje, that the Kuje market was being bombed. Ever since then, they should have known that this Kuje is not for joke. And this is powerhouse. And we are talking about security, and these people are terrorists. Hello?
We can hear you.
Let me understand. We feel you. Chronicle 77:7 says these terrorists have outmatched the Nigerian army in the past with full frontal assault on army bases, which were successful, even to the extent of stealing army weapons. The correctional facility was a walk in the park for them. Like I said, when we don't analyze where we missed it in the past, we will continue to miss it. With life, you will continue to if you fail one exam, you will continue to fail it until you pass it. Until you make that necessary adjustment.
At the mercy of these guys.
Yeah.
And the huge problem is there are sympathetic people to their crisis in power. There are people who will look the other way. There are people who will give excuses for them. And until we become decisive, the president will say, I don't care what happens. Our president is old. You know, at the point when he was coming, he felt that our president is at the point where he feels... No. Let me land my point. I thought the president was so old that he doesn't care about whose ours is. God. Yeah. I am going to fight.
Yeah.
I felt we had that kind of president that I am old though. How many years do I have to live? I am going to, even if you carry gun for head, if you kill me, I will soon die. I will finish this country and make sure this country is clean.
You're already on departure lounge. So there's nothing you're going back to do. Anyway, so you might as well just do and undo.
He's in departure lounge now.
No, he can be there for 10 years.
Okay, it's not good to say that actually. I do apologize. I take that back. It's not on departure lounge. Because it's only God that knows who's on departure lounge.
Yes, I know. Live to 100 years, but the point is he cannot live more than what he has already lived.
Okay.
It is impossible for the president to live the next 70 years, no matter how God grace him. So you have lived the most of your life, and you have enjoyed from this country. So why don't you use the remaining time you have to say, I will fix this country no matter what happens?
He has gone to Dakar to fix it.
Okay, let me take this. There's a point that even came to me right now. I don't want to lose that point. Waike has been on this matter, this train attack victims. Waike has been reminding us almost on a daily basis that she's here about the 10. So they've kidnapped Nigerian citizens because of these people. And they've repeatedly told you that release our people.
Yeah.
So you know these people that they're looking for, they're in this prison.
You gather them in one prison.
Or even over 45 safe. These people were going to plan a break because it is almost
just
not rocket science.
People give them. People give them the people. If you don't give them and collect your prisoners. Because right now they've collected them. And then you have not collected your own terrorists.
Your own prisoner. So those poor prisoners
are their mercy.
They told them, they said they're not discussing with family, government, they should discuss with family to pay them.
I say, oh God, they have been telling you that they gave you the list of who they want to release.
Yeah.
All the people they want to release, as Muriel said, they are inside Kuje Prison.
In one place.
You left them there. You held they held
your people.
They sent you intelligence report because tomorrow now DSS will come out and say there is intelligence report that there's going to be an attack in hotels.
And they will not move.
In your house.
And they will not move.
There will be no attack. We'll be waiting. We'll be waiting. So I've said it here before. DSS, you keep on telling us if they attack one place, you tell us they're going to attack another place. It doesn't happen. Now this one you didn't tell us so.
And they attack.
But you heard about Bauchi, but it don't concern Kuje, where the terrorists are.
Let me take this call. It's not a laughing matter.
It's
We're
not
tired, Mariah.
Come and arrest me.
Okay, no, okay, you say your own problem. Your own problem is like your own problem.
One small word that I will talk.
Okay, let me take this call from Adedeji. Good morning, Adedeji. Are you there, sir?
Hey.
Hello, Mr. Adedeji, are you there? Oh, I lost that call. Please, let's take a few more messages. He said, this country has lost the willpower, and sincerely, if I have my way, we should begin to tell all of them to resign their position, including the #1 citizen. They've all failed, and we've lost faith and hope in them. That's Mr. Adebayo from Ojodu. So that's the reality. I mean, we've talked about this resignation so many times, but the Nigerians will come with excuses. Well, you see, he's doing well in agriculture, he's helping infrastructure, he's a good man, he allows his ministers to work. You know, if you know the president, he's actually a very good man.
He's a good man.
But unfortunately, the same way you said, anger is not a strategy. Being good is not a strategy either.
It's not.
Being a good man is not a
strategy. Having integrity is not a strategy. Not stealing alone is not a strategy. We need to stop others from not stealing. Because the fact that you don't steal doesn't mean others are not stealing.
Exactly.
The fact that you are clean doesn't mean others are not stealing. So
you.
I really need to appeal to all our ministers, everybody that has the ears of the president. There are a few more months left in this tenure, and there's a whole lot that can be done within that time frame. If everybody
sits... a whole lot that can happen.
Please, for the sake of this country, because some of us, we don't have any other option. We don't have plan B.
Okay, I have Kingsley. He's waiting for me. Good morning, Kingsley. Are you there?
Yes, thank you.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Please, I want to thank you all for being quite profound.
That's a
But I want to... Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, first of all, I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Okay. I want to thank you all for being quite profound. And I want to tell you that this is just a script that is being acted.
It's a script, though.
It is a script that is being acted.
Very likely.
And one day we wake up and with the same kind of argument and excuses, we are going to be told that Aso Rock has been taken over by them.
Hey, Chukwaju.
This is a government of terrorists, by terrorists, and for terrorists. Thank you. God bless you.
You see, he has said that, but
people have been saying this.
So we're breaking news now. Boris Johnson has resigned. We're just talking about it now. That they are putting him under pressure. The Prime Minister.
Nobody died, though. Molestation.
Hey.
Somebody was molested. In this country, we've seen...
Allegedly, what it is not because it's still in
we saw video slapping. We saw video, money entering cap, entering pockets. We've seen video of several attacks.
Those people are still our
and they are still in power till today, still making decisions. And now we have breaking news that Boris Johnson, because of pressure, that is where people matter. People can put pressure on the government. See, we don't want to pressure you to just change the system.
No, we need to add some
change the system.
Start pressuring you.
Change the
system. I don't know what else.
The National Assembly should sit up. I know that you want to get re-elected, you want to secure the back consistently, but lives have been... You're in Abuja, and there are many prisoners that are released in Abuja. I want every senator and House rep to know that no matter how many CCTV cameras that you put on the way to your house, no matter how many gates is on the way to your house cannot be more secure than Kuje Prison. If they want to attack you, they can get to you.
Simple.
You are not safe. So secure the entire country or you might just be the next victim.
The reason these people are not even attacking them that much is because when they attack the VIPs back to back, you see that things will change. And they know. The people who are doing the attack, they know that these people have intelligence that they are not using. They will use it when the attack comes to them back to back. So they are now changing their strategy to focus on the prisons. A few months ago, a family member was kidnapped by people who were from the prisons. There was a prison break somewhere in the southeast, and those people were roaming around the bush, and they made a business of kidnapping individuals. He was just at the filling station buying fuel when he was kidnapped. As a matter of fact, if you have a very big car, just SUV, it doesn't have to be maybe 2009, 2008 SUV, you are a target. And they picked him up, and he narrated everything they were saying. When he reported the matter to the police, he narrated everything those people were saying, that this is a business for us. We cannot go back to the prisons. We don't have where to stay. They are looking for us. This is how we are going to survive. And if you see these people, you will realize that they are not the ones who are collecting the money. They are working for other people. Because if you see somebody will touch money, you go see them for him body. If you see them, you know that they are working for other people. Everybody is speaking. There was a governor that spoke recently that one day, we will just wake up and see that Aso Villa has been taken over. So nobody is moving on.
Okay, so
we are waiting
as
now.
As usual, I would say God forbid, Abi. But just let me use the Christian word. That's a phrase that is in church. Paraventure. Paraventure.
That's not your word.
Paraventure. These people come and take over Aso Rock. What will happen to us?
My sister, I don't know. Do you know somebody in Ghana?
That is the reality. If it happens, guys, what will happen to us? And then I'll come and now do that, and that's start screaming and start shooting. We've taken over Nigeria, and Nigeria is now a Kineko state.
Hey!
Is that what we want?
God forbid. God forbid.
Yeah, we continue to say God forbid.
God forbid is not a...
But that's
not a strategy.
Hey, but that's what we can say now. Do you
they
know
call
the
this
strategy?
Kineko of surprise. Principle of surprise.
Do you know the strategy?
Of surprise?
No, they have been surprising us since. They surprised the president's convoy the other day.
Anyways.
They surprised everybody. They surprised the train attack.
So, thank God.
They surprised the train attack. They told you that, please, release my people. You didn't release my people, so they surprised you again and attack where their people are.
We have to wrap up, but I think it's
people
about
are running around, some of them, minister running around stadium, another minister abusing other people.
And it's paining me that this is not the gist we're supposed to be gisting today. Today is Thursday. We are worried about Nigeria.
Our president has gone to Senegal after visiting
to discuss matters of national issue in Senegal.
Okay, I think we can.
Like it.
It's painful, but we have to go on.
We have to go
finish
home.
the show.
Let's take out
there's a phrase that Nigerians use, which I have been warned not to use that phrase. And the person that warned me not to use that phrase has been sending me messages because when they say don't let Nigeria not happen to you, the person said stop saying that because it's not fair. Nigeria is a good place. But Nigeria is a good place.
Negative Nigeria.
As of this morning, July 7, Nigeria is a good place. By God's grace.
Go and ask the people that are inside the train attack whether Nigeria is a good place. The people inside the prison.
That's all we can take
inside Boko Haram
on
prison.
the show today, YK.
Thank you
very much, YK. That's all we can take. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, Jerry.
Let us pray.
Hallelujah.